Stone Age were divided into three eras. First, the Mesolithic, known as the earliest Stone Age. Second, Paleolithic, known as the Old Stone Age. And third is the Neolithic, known as the New Stone Age. Let us now move on to the first era, the Mesolithic Age.
In Mesolithic period, humans used small stone tools, now also polished and sometimes crafted with points and attached to antlers, bone or wood to serve as spears and arrows. People who lived in this era or Stone Age often lived nomadically in camps near rivers and other bodies of water. In this era, agriculture was not officially introduced, which causes to more permanent settlements and villages. The Mesolithic period's material culture is characterized by greater innovation than the Paleolithic. Houses from this era is made up of wooden posts. They use skin of the animals and leaves to cover up their body. The people of this age practice painting. The people lived on hunting, fishing, and food gathering initially, but later on they also domesticated animals.
Let's move to Old Stone era, the Paleolithic Age. Here's the facts about Paleolithic Age. The Paleolithic Age is the first period of prehistory. It's also the longest period of time in history. It begins with the appearance of human beings around 300,000 years ago in Africa. For craftsmanship history's motivations, Paleolithic art alludes to the late Upper Paleolithic time frame. This generally started around 40,000 years prior and kept going through the Pleistocene Ice Age, which finished around 8,000 before Christ era. This period was set apart by the ascent of Homo sapiens and their ever-creating capacity to make devices and weapons. It appears to be somewhat impudent to attempt to describe the craftsmanship from a period that envelopes a large portion of humanity's set of experiences. Paleolithic art is complicatedly bound to anthropological and archaeological examinations that experts have committed whole lives investigating and arranging. All things considered to make some broad speculations. So what is Paleolithic artistry? Paleolithic art concerned itself with either food, hunting scenes and animal cravings, or fertility. Its predominant theme was animals. Did you ever wonder who's the first human being alive during the Paleolithic Age? Early European modern people, or Cro-Magnons, were the primary early, present-day people to get comfortable. Europe persistently possessing the mainland since conceivably as ahead of schedule as 48,000 years prior, with irregular presence most punctual 210,000 years back. Fire was the most important discovery in Paleolithic time. It seems that the lightning from a thunderstorm accidentally started the first fire. Later on, men learned to make fire in two different ways: rubbing a stick against a tree trunk, or two stones together. Fire was very important because it kept the people in the tribe warm during the night or in the winter time. Also, they could now cook their food and enjoy eating tastier food thanks to the fire. The first stone tools were made during the Paleolithic times. These tools were key to surviving because they made hunting and fishing easier and more effective. To make these tools, they shaped stone using another stone. Some of the most primitive tools were knives and arrows. They also started using materials like bones or wood to make needles or even harpoons. They continued progressing, becoming more and more intelligent, and improving their lifestyle. The practice of agriculture and cattle raising marked the end of the Paleolithic times and the beginning of the Neolithic times. The Neolithic era. This era refers to an agricultural revolution that occurred between 6,000 to 12,000 years ago. During their period, the human way of life was transformed from historically practices that predominantly involved hunting and gathering to a form of agriculture that involved cultivation of crops and domestication of animals. Agriculture was one of the most important developments in all human history. People in these eras learned to farm around the world despite their lack of communications with each other. Their houses were usually built around the stone or bricks. They were able to set up permanent villages or communities. They settled their villages near water and open fields to grow crops. By settling in communities, the Neolithic people had more security and their population was increased. During their time, Neolithic people began as hunters and gatherers. They learned to plant seeds from wild grain and created farms. They are also domesticated wild animals such as pigs, sheep, and goats. And farming produced a constant food supply. They also developed new tools for planting, harvesting, and processing grains. People also began to specialize in other areas of work. Some people became skilled workers, jewelry makers, and making weapons.
The Bronze Age marked the first time humans started to work with metal. Earlier stone models were quickly replaced by bronze tools and weapons. The Bronze Age is a prehistoric period that was characterized by the use of bronze. In some areas, proto-writing and other early features of urban civilization. The first civilization to begin adding tin to copper in order to produce bronze may have been the ancient Sumer. The reason for this is that bronze was stronger and more durable than copper, making bronze a better choice for tools and weapons. This was the rise of states or kingdoms, a central government led by a powerful ruler. Sumerians were among the first to use bronze. They were responsible for the invention of levees and canals for irrigation to help crops grow. They also invented the cuneiform script, one of the earliest forms of writing, and built pyramid temples called ziggurats.
And now, the Iron Age. What is Iron Age? It is prehistoric period that followed the Bronze Age, when weapons and tools came to be made of iron. The Iron Age is the final epoch of the three-age division of the prehistoric and protohistoric of humanity. It was preceded by the Stone Age and the Bronze Age. The concept has been mostly applied to Europe and the ancient Near East, and by analogy, also to other parts of the Old World. The Iron Age helped many countries to become more technologically advanced. Metalwork made tasks like farming easier, as the iron tools were much better than what people had before. It is characterized using iron in tools, weapons, personal ornaments, pottery, and design. The differences from the preceding age of bronze were due to more advanced ways of processing iron. Most people were farmers. and their lives revolved around the farming seasons. Societies consisted of villages where communities of families worked the land and made necessities for living by hand. The production of iron tools helped make the farming process easier and more efficient.